Well, one of the modules I teach is it's a second-year module on modernism, from the modern to the contemporary. And we look really through lectures and seminars, and we have a gallery visit as part of that, at the history of modern art and into the contemporary period, from the First World War right up into the 1990s. And so we would look at the whole idea of the avant-garde, this idea of artists and, if you like, thinkers, creating a kind of a way of making art and experiencing the world that critiques and offers a sort of a challenge to conventional society, which I think is a very important idea. It was obviously very important in that period, but I think it's still very relevant today. This is the Kevin Barry window. It's a very, very large window. It was commissioned by medical students in UCD in the early 1930s. The students wanted this window. It commemorated Kevin Barry, who had been a medical student in UCD. You can see him here in this part of the window. Barry was executed in 1920 because he was involved in the killing of British soldiers in Dublin. And the window kind of commemorates what was seen, I suppose, in that period, by these students at least, as a sacrifice for Irish freedom. So the window was designed by Richard King, who was the master, really, the director of the Harry Clarke Studios in this period. And it was, they eventually in 1934 had it unveiled by Eamon de Valera in Earlsford Terrace, which was the original home of UCD. And it's now in the Charles Institute here, which is broadly part of the medical faculty. In terms of art history, it's very interesting. It's one of the big commissions for the Harry Clarke Studios of the 1930s, and it emulates a lot of the kind of ideas and the sort of stylistic attributes of Harry Clarke's windows. And Harry Clarke had died young in 1931, but in his short lifetime he had managed to become one of the most celebrated and successful stained glass artists and illustrators in Ireland, but also he was an artist with an international reputation.